It's now 9 o'clock. This meeting is called to order. First item of business. I
Keep
do
interrupting
not
you.
remember that. Okay, let's start over again. What? Oh, that's me. Okay. Are we ready? Okay, this meeting is called to order. First item of business, approve the minutes from, we only have one meeting to approve them from. Have you guys had a chance to look at those?
Well, I have, but I've got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I guess it's about the fourth paragraph from the bottom.
Mhm.
Director Price discussed a plan for emergency closure of voting sites during inclement weather. The last sentence, if the county reopens for business, but the voting site facility remains closed, that voting location also remains closed. I'm confused which voting locations we're talking about there.
So this would be for early vote. And so for instance, if the courthouse opened back up, but let's say Fayetteville Public Library was still closed and they were an early vote site, we would still keep Fayetteville Public Library closed, is the intention of that sentence.
You think it should be rewritten?
I don't know. What do you think? I mean,
I think maybe you could put if the county offices reopen for business.
if the clerk's office, okay, if the county office reopens.
But I think maybe if it says, but
Other voting
Other-
sites.
other voting site, but another voting site facility remains closed, that voting location also remains closed.
Will that work for you, Jim?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, well, other additions, changes? We'll accept it with that change then. And move forward. Okay. Second item, poll worker notice for the March 3rd election.
So after our poll worker training on Friday, which was our last poll worker training, we had an additional 10 poll workers that signed up to work. We need the additional 10 poll workers. I think they're a great addition to our team. So we wanted to be able to add them to the list and have the commission sign that list. So it is a true and accurate list of poll workers who are eligible for it.
So all we've done is add those 10
All we've done is add the 10 to the bottom of the
somewhere
list.
bottom of the
Yeah.
list.
Mhm. And then we will, today is the deadline for us to post this and it's the post office. So we will take this to the clerk, file mark it and post it in the county clerk's office.
Always good to have more.
Yes, and you know, I had Evelyn look like where people lived and where they live close to at polling places, and I kept thinking, oh, we've got so many poll workers hired, I'm not going to be able to find places for them all. And then we were short and I was like, oh goodness. So now these 10 will come in and that will make us
Good.
yeah. Because my plan is to staff for the primary as if we would staff for the general.
Mhm.
Because that way they work this election. And then when we get to the general, it's not just still brand new.
Yeah. Okay. So we got that taken care of. Other business. You got anything?
So we're meeting on March 3rd at 6.
Yes, 6 PM.
Yeah, that would be,
Unless we have enough,
unless we have something else, but
if we have an emergency, because
Yes.
at this point it would be an emergency.
it would be, yes, either an emergency closure or
Oh, thank you.
emergency weather event. So yeah,
See if that satisfies you.
this week, what is today, supposed to be 70 degrees?
I heard close
By the
to
afternoon.
80.
Yeah.
It's
So,
amazing.
which means next week it'll probably drop to 10 degrees.
I know. And we will have another winter event between now and election day. I think you can be quite sure of that.
So one of the things we have talked about with the team is obviously keeping an eye on the weather.
Mhm.
And, normally the Monday before the election is a big delivery day for us. And mostly because it's churches.
Mm,
But if we see a big weather event coming in, we will start to try and communicate with those churches, because if we can do deliveries before the weather event happens, and most likely the churches wouldn't be open on Sunday if a weather event comes in, our trucks aren't trying to do deliveries in bad weather.
yeah.
And so that is definitely something that we will keep an eye on as
Okay.
we go through the next 2 weeks in
Super.
concerns to our deliveries. Yeah.
All right. We're coming down to it.
And
Mhm.
then on March 5th, provisional ballot review, do we need one of us here, all of us?
So the day that we need one of you here is
Oh,
March
it's
the
on there.
4th.
March 4th.
March the 4th
Yeah.
is the day that we would do remakes. And on that day, we would only need one commissioner here. And then March the 5th is when we would do the provisional ballot review and remake tabulation.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
And I think our remake time is set to start at 10
10. Okay.
on the 4th.
I'll be there. What is that? Thunder?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Any other questions, observations? Thoughts?